What's good? Good morning. Hello. How are you all? Thank you guys for joining me today. I just came to um I just came to talk some shit actually. Let me keep it honest. Keep it honest, Ronnie Hugh. Okay, Strictly Platinum. How are you? Linda B. What's going on? Cheryl Burnett, Very Carey, Angela B. Hello, Angie. Thank you for coming. Key Lolo. How are you guys today? Um Chrissy Love, thank you for coming. Ashton 1.0, Michelle's daughter, thank you all. I appreciate you guys being here. And I just wanted to have, I just had a couple of things to say. CA Corvette, how you doing? Glad to see you. I just had a couple of things to talk about. I'm going to drop the link just in case anybody, if you want to join in on the conversation, you're more than welcome to do so at any time you choose, or you can just sit back and chill in the chat. You're more than welcome to do that as well. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let me drop this link in the chat right quick. Hey Tammy Lynn, how you doing? Body Works, what's going on? Shawnee's Franklin, what you doing? How you doing? Okay, here we go. We're gonna paste this link in the chat. Okay, so I don't know if you guys were here for my last live where hey Cruiser, I was gonna talk about you. Hey, a little shade, long time no see. Thank you for coming. Hey Cruiser, you and Demetra were the first topic of my conversation that is going to lead into a broader conversation. It is not about you guys at all. But I don't know if you guys were here. And I know, okay, I had a panel a couple of days ago, and Miss Cruiser and Demetra were on the panel together. And then there was a little misunderstanding. Well, there was a little back and forth between them. And so in the midst of the back and forth, Demetra mic started cracking. So I just wanted to, reaffirm with Demetra that no, you were arguing, and I don't have anything against people arguing. God knows I don't argue on people panels, but if you guys want to do it, I'm being facetious. But I argue on people. I've been known to argue a little bit on people panels, so I wouldn't cut you off because you were arguing or anything that what you say. Demetra knows that I am a supporter of hers. Cruiser as well knows that I am a supporter of hers. So, I appreciate both of you ladies, and I understand that sometimes people have disagreements. So Demetra's mic start cracking, so I put her in the back, and plus she was talking, so and her mouth mic was cracking, so I didn't think she heard me telling her mic was cracking. So um forget you, Cruiser. So they went on to make their little dueling lives. And if you guys haven't seen Miss Cruiser and Demetra going at each other, I don't think that it is like no big to do. I I think that Cruiser took it tongue in cheek, and I think that Demetra put it out as tongue in cheek because she didn't. In my opinion, I don't know how Cruiser feels about what Demetra said. I did watch your video, but I don't think you took it as I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Demetra was trying to make affirmative accusations about Cruiser. I think she was just trying to drag Cruiser because she was hot with Cruiser at that point. So, you know how, hey, Choreo Lover, Truth and Reason, thank you guys for coming out. So, now moving on to what happened in the chat later on, and I think you guys saw this, but I don't know if you guys saw this. And I was going to come live and talk about it the next day, but I got wrapped up and I got busy. And by the time I was free, it was a whole lot of other stuff going on. So, and then I was going to talk about it yesterday, but then it was a whole lot of stuff going on yesterday. So, I was in Deanna's room. Deanna came live early, and Deanna was talking about the Fune. I did not see the Fune, even though Sin City Raps, who held the Fune, is like the only person I think other than Coolin that I am subscribed to over there. Hey, Heatwave, how you doing? So, did you guys catch that funeral? I did not, like I say, but even if I did, that is not even my topic of discussion. Okay, let's see what you're saying. No, she wasn't. She did a good drag and it was funny. It hit. Yes, I that's what I took from the drag as well, Miss Cruiser. And I heard saw you doing the replay and you were just you just had a couple of chuckles and like when did I but you knew I anyway. You guys gonna work it out in my belief. I think you guys gonna work it out. And if not, hey, it's been known to happen. So, hey, a snack a meal. Yeah, Cruiser is a good sport, most definitely. Good morning. Who is that? JCZ Crafts and Blogs. Yes. So okay, I saw the funeral. It was a good laugh, and I hear that Jay Dunn was over there singing old church hymns and all this type of stuff. So I missed the funeral and everything. But what I wanted to come back to you guys and talk to you guys about, and I'm going to play you. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I do not need to. I do not need to put the Fair Use Act because I'm going to play my own video. And I want you guys to pay attention to what's happening. Now, understand that Cruiser and Demetra are going back and forth right at this point. RNY TV, thank you for joining me. Okay, so understand what's going on, but I want you to pay close attention to the third person who comes up and what happened right here. Okay, here we go.
To you? Don't you know every time I'm talking to you?
I don't.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know every time you're talking to me because you use the same read. Come up, please come up with a new one because I got plenty of them on you. But I came up here to say this. Look, I came to say this. Demetra is exactly right.
Tell your
She's
bitch.
exactly right in that.
Demetra, your mic is back.
I mean, bitch.
I have messed up your mic, so go away.
Demetra, your mic is messed
I
up.
done messed your mic up, boo.
Demetra, your
There you
mic
go.
is messed up.
Anyway.
I didn't throw you down. Hold on, Miss Cruz. Olivia's back here, but
Okay.
I just want to bring her up. Demetra, I didn't throw you down, but your mic was cracking and messing up.
I kicked it down. Boom, get off this couch. I'm just teasing. She gonna get me later, but it's gonna give me reason to make a video.
Yeah, that's okay. I just do my commentary on my channel. I don't want to put it on my channel.
No. Come on. Okay, here we go. That's it. Right there. Okay. So, any content creators, I don't give a fuck if you guys choose to go live on top of me, on top of any motherfucking body else, but do not ever, nobody hit my link to act like you want to talk about what the topic is and then say that you're going to do your commentary on your own link. Bitch, if you was going to do your commentary on your own link, what the fuck you hit my link for, motherfucker? Don't come up on my channel to announce that you're going to do your commentary on your own link and then go live on top of me. Stay your ass off of my link. You don't come up here to announce that you finna go live and give your commentary about something you then say you didn't want to talk about, but then you bring your ass up here and talk about you gonna go live and do your own commentary. Motherfucker, well, what the fuck you hit my link for? Don't ever do that to me again. You thought that nobody catch that bullshit? The fuck is wrong with her? These motherfuckers are just wild with their bullshit. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't appreciate that shit at all. That shit was crazy to me. Okay, let me see what you're saying. Oops. I didn't take it like that, but I can see how you took it that way. Yeah, that's exactly the way that I took it. So I don't appreciate nobody. I never hit Olivia's link and act like I wanted to talk about it and say, "Oh, I'll give my own commentary." What, you would have been giving your own commentary if you had said what the fuck you wanted to say when you hit the link. Wouldn't it have been her own then? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get this shit. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I was like, wait, what I missed? Nothing was said to Olivia. And it wasn't like I wasn't in the middle of two people going back and forth, not wanting to offend one person as I put them down. And, and then I got to Olivia. I wasn't rude or anything. And it was that, hey, I'm here for the show. I didn't appreciate that. That shit was crazy. And so back to Deanna. So yesterday I caught Deanna's live, and they were talking about, what were they talking about yesterday? And Olivia gets up there, she didn't understand, and why are you guys talking about those people in that sector? Hey, J Truth, how you doing? And all this type of stuff. And they went on to, talk about, I forget even what they were talking about in the Mo3 sector. Basically the only thing that's really going on in the Mo3 sector is, I mean, on YouTube right now, in craziness is the Mo3 sector. So I was in that live yesterday with Deanna, and I also, and I hear Olivia, bemoaning that sector, but truly conversing in that sector. So which one is it, Olivia? So that's what I had to say about that. I wanted to make sure you guys understand if you thought that I didn't see that shit. Oh, they weren't talking about the fight yesterday. They were talking about something else yesterday. I forget what else happened. Well, I think they were talking about the funeral. Okay, so and then chat rep comes up. Deanna has some questions about who different people were in the sector, and they had gotten it kind of, turned around there. A View was up there. Olivia was up there. Deanna was up there. And Lovely Love, of course, was up there. So Deanna had some questions, and somebody was trying their best to answer them. And so Chat Rep is in the audience, and then Chat Rep decides to hit the link because somebody said, yeah, Chat Rep is always over there. She probably know better than the rest of you. But see, the one thing about it is how Chat Rep came up there. She just came up there, and someone was in the middle of talking, and she immediately started talking over them, and View took offense to that and cursed her out about being rude and coming up and talking over people. And then, so Chat Rep, all of a sudden it's quiet. She's the victim. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't this. I didn't that. See, a lot of stuff is kind of lost on people in the beef sector because a lot of grown women want to play. Maybe they have not been raised properly. Maybe they don't know how to converse with people. Maybe they don't know how to shut up until it's their turn to speak. Sometimes we do talk over each other, but that is not the norm. And so then Chat Rep steps down, and she's so, oh, I'm scared. Oh, what did I do? Yes, a View got her. Oh, what did I do? Hey, the Body Electric. Hey, girl. And so I don't know. She steps down, and then she goes back and she starts talking shit in the chat. But what she actually wrote in the chat was something about them being old, and they want to be hoes. They want to be hoes, as if you're mad at me for being young and y'all mad because y'all can't be a hoe. Well, who desires to be that? I mean, if they wanted to be whole, you think they were born old? You think they couldn't hold in their younger days if that is what they truly want? You thinking ain't no old hoes out here? So I mean, I didn't even get it. But Deanna caught that remark, and then she blocked her from the chat. So you're blocked from the chat. You was talking greasy, and then what does Chat Rep do? She comes back up with an attitude. Deanna, you have a problem with me? And Deanna proceeded to curse her out and curse her out and stop and gave her an opportunity to say anything she wanted to say in response to that cursing out. But Chat Rep said absolutely nothing. Help, yeah, help. But she gave her hey BL, how you doing? She gave her an opportunity to respond to exactly what she said about her being a young dumb bitch and what the fuck she want to be a hoe for. So then I see Chat Rep over yesterday. I see Chat Rep somewhere. I think it was it may have been Pizarro's, it may have been Breeze. I forget where I was. I see Chat Rep over there retelling the story, talking about she wanna get at Deanna Irvin, and I want to talk about Deanna Irvin. Well, how come you didn't have all that talk to talk about Deanna Irvin when Deanna Irvin clearly gave you the opportunity to say whatever it was you wanted to say in response to what she had told you? And then all of a sudden, she didn't know what happened. And Viewers of View cursed her out. Viewers of View even apologized for that. She was like, I was out of order. I apologize, but these people, they don't know how to be respectable and come up here and talk like they have sense. And okay, she did that and she apologized. But then you got smoked for Deanna Irving, who gave you ample opportunity to say anything that you wanted to say, but you had nothing to say. See, it's the bullshit for me. I am not with people trying throwing their rock, hey, big set, and then hiding their hands. I am not with that. So, speaking of throwing the rock and hiding your hands, did anybody enter my $100 contest? Do I have any entrants? I'm gonna wind up this I already wound it up because Pizarro came back and apologized. So speaking of throwing the rock and hiding your hand, somebody said that they didn't come to my chat because they don't want to be a witness. They didn't want to be a witness to themselves being railroaded. I don't recall railroading anybody. I recall showing screenshots of what said person said. I didn't add nothing to it, but what my opinion was that I was done with that person. So, and then in the retelling of this, Pizarro goes and says that I brought up this person's husband. Hey, Miss Toby, and what this person did for a living, and this, that, and the other. And I was not in the chat when Pizarro made that accusation. And then here come the person. I don't know what they brought my husband into it for, but I don't never bring nobody's husband into anything. And I don't know what they bring my husband into it. And I talk about this and nobody asked me what I feel because it wasn't about you. What the fuck somebody gonna ask you what you feel? See, if you had watched, you'd already known that didn't nobody ask you what you feel because it was not about you. Why would anybody ask you how you feel? So I'm behind in the chat. When I come in the chat late, I always put it on 2 times speeds and I try to understand. See, unlike some people, I want to hear things for myself. So I always try to understand what has previously gone on so I can be on point with what's going on. See, that's how, I don't know, I'm maybe a little crazy like that. I like to hear things for myself. I just don't take what people tell me and run with it like it's fact and get fucked up in the game and then be speechless after I said dumb shit behind some shit that wasn't even said. That's how I operate. But, obviously don't everybody operate that way. So then when I get caught up with it, and then after I hear that little portion, the live is still going on. So I hit the link and said, Pizarro, I never said anything about nobody's husband. And then we went back and forth. You did, you didn't, you did. Give me the timestamp. And then I put my challenge of if anybody else could find a timestamp where I talked about this blabbermouth bitch's husband. Hey, Deanna, how you doing? And then, of course, nobody could find it because it had not happened. I don't do that because I have my own husband, and I don't want anybody bringing Ronnie Q's husband into anything because Ronnie Q's husband is not commentary for the B sector. Okay, so Pizarro came out the next day and she did apologize. She made an apology that she, in her words, she lied on Ronnie Q and Ronnie Q did not mention that husband. So exactly where was this person railroaded? So, at what point do we start thinking for ourselves in the beef sector? And see, it's a couple of things have really been going down in this beef sector with these alleged grown people that, I'm not fucking with no more. I'm really not fucking with no more. When you go on a panel, people think that it's okay to talk over you instead of having conversations. See, that's bullshit. Why would I act like a fool, like an idiot, because I know somebody else is acting like an idiot? Why do I don't need, I have my own channel. See, if people feel like they need to pay to have access and people accept payment for access to sit on these panels and have somebody act a fool, do you. Do you. I don't need to pay for access because I have my own channel. I don't, and as speaking of paying, you guys are more than welcome to hit my Cash App as well. Since motherfuckers like to pay so much for little simple access around here, you are more than welcome to hit my Cash App. I didn't know the timestamp, however, I thought you were saying something about black men being in danger, and you said you would not mention his occupation, but you were making a point. No, I did not say anything about that. And then no, I didn't say anything about that at all. That was not me. It was said, it was never said on my panel at all or by me. I understand what you're saying. It was said. So in this person babbling about being a victim to Ronnie Q, they bring up, and and Bree said it too. Thank you for reminding me about that. And Bree said it too. And she brought up my husband, and she said this, that, and the other. And I don't know why. And she's not the only one. Okay, full stop here. So full stop here. When Bree brought it up, you do know for sure. You said you heard it yourself. So when Bree brought it up, where was exactly when did you get on a panel and say you don't know why everybody bringing up your husband? You didn't know why Bree was bringing up your husband. But when somebody you know for sure brought it up, you ain't say a motherfucking thing. But now all of a sudden somebody tells you a lie that I said it, and then now you going on some motherfucking free fall. Overflowing, bubbling, babbling, bobblehead, motherfucking soliloquy about some shit that I never said. But Bree said it, and you open your motherfucking mouth then, huh? Is that what it is? Okay, keep being a dumb bitch. Keep being a dumb bitch. And keep paying to be a dumb bitch. Okay, anyway, next topic. Let me see what you guys... Cruiser, I can't stand you. Hey, Very Carey, it was said, but I did not hear it on your channel. Exactly. Hold on, I have somebody in the back. 1 second, please, you guys. Uh-oh. Let me get a banner. Hello? Hello? I don't hear you. Carrie, I don't hear you. She dropped down. I don't know what happened. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And if you guys want to hit the link, if you guys have anything to say about that, that's it, and that's all. Hey D Love, how you doing? Hey Billie Jean, what's going on? Who the fuck was that? I don't know. They didn't say anything. Their mic wasn't working, so I don't know. I don't know if that was really Carrie or what the heck was going on. Oh, that was Carrie. Okay, no problem, Carrie. Oh, wait a minute. I see a message. Okay. Yeah, her mic wasn't working, so anyway. So now this is what I want to... Hey, Kwani. Good morning, Kwani. How you doing? So this is what I wanted to kind of talk about as well. I'm going to start... Hey, Miss Cruiser, hold on. Let me make sure this is Cruiser. Miss Cruiser?
Yeah. Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Hello, everybody in the chat. So I want to say real quick what I was attempting to type. I don't know who it was or what panel it was, but I just recall someone making a point about Black men lives being in danger. And they were saying something about her husband, even with your husband, for what he does, his life could be in danger, not going to go in. It seemed like they said something to the effect of, now I ain't going to go into it, but his life would be in danger. And they moved on from it. They were just kind of hitting at a point.
That was
and
Bree.
moving on from it. But I don't know who was it. I thought it was you, but it was a long. I don't even know what panel.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But when you if somebody told you it was you who said it, you would have known that wasn't you who said it, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. I didn't know. Right. I wasn't. I know we was all in discussion, so right. I was wondering if that was what they were referring to, the grab hold and said it was, somebody said, like, if I thought somebody said something, they were like, oh, no, that wasn't me. Then I don't have to back up and say, well, that's what my recollection was wrong, especially if I don't have a timestamp or nothing.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, it wasn't even said on my panel at all, so it wasn't said by anybody who even came up. It was Bree. So
it was Bree. Okay.
Yeah, it was Brianna. Mm-hmm. She it was the person who she knew who said it already, but she was just willing to run with it and say to say that she didn't come to whatever she called it. So it's like,
and what's kind of funny about it is that regardless of who said it, and it wasn't you, but it wasn't anything negative. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything like trying to drag her husband or say anything negative about her husband or trying to dox him. In fact, she even said, I'm not going to mention it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get folk.
And I ain't got no issue with none of it because it wasn't me who said it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But the thing of the matter is, like, when I let Pizarro know, Pizarro was like adamant, and she we went back and forth about it, and it wasn't pleasant, of course. And I'm gonna get the timestamp. But then when she realized that she was wrong, she just like boom. First thing, like in the beginning of her live, first of all, I would like to apologize to Ronnie Q because that did not happen on the live. Period, point blank. So
and I love that because a lot of people will not do that. They feel like, look, once I've been into it with you, once I said something, even when I realize what I thought you said you did not say, they will not apologize. They will not admit it. So that's admirable. Well, I can't talk this morning. Doggone Pizarro, I'm talking like you. I think that's great of her to come back and say, hey, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah.
And very mature.
Very very mature, and it is what it is. And so I've come to realize that these other two are working in tangent to do whatever it is they doing.
This credit is their mission is to discredit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like,
and you can't discredit facts,
right?
And the Karen is very insulted that all Black people are not unintelligent. The Karen is really, really in her feelings about that, and so therefore, to move forward her argument, the only thing she does is to start in with sexual, trying to reach people with some sexually disgusting things, and they are known for that because they think that we move in our sexuality. See, they think that Black women only move in their sexuality. So therefore, I'm not surprised that that's where Karen goes with everything
every time. And like, good gracious, girl, why are you always talking about sex
when she cannot retort intelligently about the subject matter at hand? It always goes into something sexual. So, girl, I understand what you're doing, and I understand who you are, and I understand that you're mad because you cannot factually win any argument that you have with me. It's okay, boo-boo. Do you?
Yeah, she came to correct. She came to teach and got taught, and now mad, and the only thing she could do is run the sex. I don't think about nobody around here. None of y'all sex life. I really don't.
No, I don't at all.
I don't think about it. And BL, you slower. You slower, BL. You gonna get up off me. I hope you had a good birthday, girl. But anyway, let me get my hoish ass up off here.
All right,
and enjoy the rest of the commentary.
Thank you for joining me. Right. So, what I wanted to talk about, there is this new congresswoman in where is she at? She is in Texas, and I am really enjoying her. I'm going to put up my fair use banner, And I understand that this is how you got to treat certain people around here, because certain people will try to, clown you and make you feel like you're crazy. But let me put my fair use banner, and they don't make me feel like I'm crazy. They try to make you appear that you're crazy. So this is my fair use banner. I'm using this copyright under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentating, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. I'm going to use this for news reporting. This Congresswoman, God, her name is slipping. Her name has slipped my mind right now. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. But you guys are going to know exactly who she is. Let me share my screen with you. And she is like really always on point in her presentation and her arguments. So here we go.
Home. It may not be a $2.5 million home like yours, but that sounds like a lot of red tape to me.
Excuse me.
Do you disagree?
I really take that as a personal
do you
assumption.
disagree?
My home.
Do you disagree that this was an overreach?
I disagree that
Ms.
you're
Katzen, my time
casting
has expired.
aspersions on
Mr. Chairman, I
me
yield.
or my.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is where we're going to start, Ms. Kaskin. First of all, let me apologize because that was uncalled for. So let me do what she would never do, which is to be an adult in this room. Damn! I'm also going to start with some nonsense that she was trying to spew. And unlike Ms. Boebert, I am legally trained.
Oh, that's gonna hurt! Now, verbal mismatch for the ages.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm gonna do with some dumb hoes around here. You see, because I am, astute in the things that I speak on, and so we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna never visit dumb bitches again. We're gonna let dumb bitches be dumb bitches and talk about dumb shit, the same dumb shit that they regurgitate all day long. See, because I got other things to talk about. So I want to know, this is what I want to talk about for real today. Have you guys heard about Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, who got a $2 billion deal from the Saudis' crown prince? Have you guys heard about that? He was supposed to be doing some equity, some type of equity firm, and everyone that he met with to try to get money, they were saying that they were inexperienced. His company was inexperienced. Nobody there knew anything about equity. Hey, Liz, how you doing? Yes, he got a $2 billion deal after Trump left office. Okay, so now come to find out that if you guys didn't know that there is a world water shortage over the whole world. So come to find out that recently the governor of Arizona has to scrap 2 deals that they had with a corporation from Saudi Arabia who grows alfalfa. It takes a lot of water to grow alfalfa. They're getting it from the Colorado River, which we know which has been depleting, and desert cities in Arizona are growing and growing. So people actually need this. But the thing about this alfalfa, they can grow 7 to 8 harvests per year. And it takes a whole lot of water to grow this. So they are just getting this water for something like $180,000 a year. And the amount of water that they're using is more than one household of a family of 4 would use in a month. So it would work. The value of that water really would be over $2 million. I think it was $2 million that they're using. But what they're doing with the alfalfa, this is a farming thing. What they're doing with it is they're bundling it up and they're sending it back to Saudi Arabia. So you have a Saudi Arabian company coming over here, growing growing alfalfa to feed cows back in Saudi Arabia and using up all of America's water. So now the government in Arizona has said, no, you can't do this anymore. The governor said that Arizona is leasing farmlands to Saudi Water Company and is straining aquifers and threatening further water supply in Phoenix. Groundwater is unregulated in most areas of the state, and they only pay $25 per acre annually. The state land department says that's a market rate of $50 per acre, and it will provide a 50% discount because it doesn't pay for improvement. Okay, so they're saying that they will no longer allow them to get this water. So what do you guys think about this? They have cut off all deals with this company. Yeah, they have cut off all deals with this company. They're no longer doing the planned deal that they had with this company. Saudi Arabia is over here just getting water for free, and Jared Kushner was the one who brokered that deal, while the whole United States is in a water crisis. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys right quick. I'm not sure if you guys are up on this information, but I'm going to share my screen. Here we go.
Somalia is used to frequent droughts, but not ones that last as long as this one. It's been going on since 2015.
How does this experience compare to what happened with the drought in 2011?
Over 10 years of nearly continuous drought here has killed much of the livestock and driven nearly 50% of the country to the brink of famine.
Okay, so they've been in a drought since 2015, and 50% of the country is drawn into near famine, and we are still talking about giving out free water. Okay, I forgot to put my banner up. If anybody want to discuss this, I'm using this as part of the Fair Use Act, and that's just Somalia. So Somalia ain't got nothing to do with you, but Arizona has something to do with you, though. Arizona, well, if you live on the West Coast, this water is coming from the Colorado River, which has rapidly decreased over the years. If you Google the Colorado River and see how much water, how far down the water level is and how far down the water line is, you'd be shocked. Okay, let me move forward a little bit on this. I just want to show you 3 different places. Bear with me. I'm just doing 2-minute spurts of this. It's not a long thing. And then I want to see if any of you guys want to talk about it. Okay, here we go.
Farming uses 70% of all available fresh water on the planet, and it's a huge source of greenhouse gas emissions, second only to energy production. Industrial agriculture sucks up huge amounts of water in places like Colorado. It drains rivers and streams to irrigate corn, to feed cattle in massive feedlots. The water use is astounding. It takes 2,500 gallons of water to produce 1 bushel of corn, and each head of cattle eats 50 bushels of corn over its lifetime. That adds up to 125,000 gallons of water for every animal. And because these farms get water for free, the cost to the planet for cheap meat is rapidly disappearing groundwater.
Okay, so that's the second one that I wanted to show you. And here's the final one. Okay, so you see how much it costs to feed a cow, and they're getting the water for free. And now Saudi Arabia is getting it for free to feed their cows. We can't even feed our own cows, but now we're growing alfalfa for Saudi Arabia over here in the United States, and getting the water from the Colorado River to feed their cows, thanks to Donald Trump's son-in-law getting a $2 billion deal with the Saudis who brokered this deal. Okay, and there's my last point right here. And I want you to see Saudi Arabia is just like dripping rich. Saudi Arabia has ATM machines that actually will give you gold bars. A gold bar, their ATM machines. So why are we giving them free water when water is at such a when we need water so badly? Okay, so let me show you this little graph right here.
Where groundwater is being steadily depleted.
What's the plan if this continues and there's no rain, no runoff?
I guess we're done.
Disappearing groundwater isn't just a problem in the United States. This NASA satellite map shows just how bad things have gotten. The red you see on the map shows the places where groundwater is being steadily depleted. As early
as
2025, experts say that half the world's population will be living in places where there isn't enough water. And it's estimated that by 2040, most of the world won't have enough water to keep up with demand all year long.
So it doesn't seem like we have water to be given away to people who are getting gold bars out of the ATM machine just so Jared Kushner can have some more money. Jared Kushner inherited his father's business and he bankrupted it, and the Saudis were the ones who got him out of that situation. So what the hell are we doing this? So let's see what Saudi Arabia does to get their water and to harvest their farms and stuff. What Saudi Arabia does is that they clean their wastewater. They have wastewater plants that they clean. They take all the impurities, the virus, the bacteria out, and then they urge their people to use that for farming and for vegetation around their homes and things like that. They have different lines that for agriculture and for gardening and things like that. See, that's what they do with their own water. But the United States just let ours run off, and we have no sophisticated systems to catch our water or do anything like that. This is what I wanted to talk about. So, do you guys care? So, that's what I wanted to talk about today, because it was like on my mind when I was like hearing how much money that this fool, that this fool got from Saudi Arabia, and what type of peril that they will put the whole United States in, or the whole West Coast in, the people who depend upon this water that comes from the Colorado River. So just so this one person can have $2 billion in a equity firm that he is not even equipped to run. And the last firm, that real estate firm, that big building in New York City, went bankrupt. And the Saudi prince was the one who bailed him out of that too. But Jared Kushner, don't forget, was the same person who was making excuses and softballing the fact that they thought that this Saudi prince was the one who had a hand in allegedly killing this reporter and chopping his body up. And Jared Kushner was the one who was trying to ease people in the U.S. mind that, oh no, it couldn't have been him. And let's drop the case. All of a sudden, the investigation got dropped after Jared Kushner stepped in and said that, no, it couldn't have been him, just based on how he felt and who he knew the person to be. Okay, you knew the person was going to give you some money. That's who you knew the person to be, for you to come out and softball this, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Yes, that 666 building in New York City was going bankrupt. Yes. So, you guys have anything to say about that? That is some of the stuff that I really had on my mind. And Saudi Arabia is over there. They have, and they're using I can't say that word. They're taking the salt out of the seawater, and they have these big old huge sophisticated plants in Saudi Arabia. And the thing about it is they don't want them here in the United States because they say it messes up the coastline for the people, for the rich people it has to be on the coast, obviously, because you're using seawater. So, but the rich people don't want them to obstruct their view with these plants that to take the salt out of the water because, you know, they pay so much money for that land. Do this somewhere else. Do this elsewhere. Okay. And as a point of connecting this, when you saw that black woman talking about the senator who was downplaying that person who came to testify before Congress, that was a hearing about regulations. That was a hearing about regulations. Lauren Boebert brought up the EPA. The EPA is very important in setting standards of what can and cannot be dumped into our aquifers, into our water systems, and things like that, preventing these corporations to be able to dump all these chemicals that takes years and years to get out. If once they're soaking the wetlands, it can take 2 to 3 decades for them to eradicate this stuff out of our wetlands. So the EPA has been going back on all of their restrictions, so many restrictions, and then you have this idiot in here talking about the EPA loosening their restriction, and then bringing up the cost of this one, that the house that this woman lives in, not taking any of this stuff seriously, and we're living in peril. This is what we are living in. So these are some of the things that I, wanted to, just bring up today. And if anybody want to join me in this conversation, you're more than welcome. Hey, Bush baby. Hey, PDP. Yes, yeah, that word. Yes. Taking the salt out of the water. Yeah. Yeah, it's pure politics. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on that and stuff because it's like in the forefront of my head that, we have a lot of really serious stuff that's going on out here. And yeah, that's it, and that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about today. It doesn't seem like you guys have anything to add to this conversation, but yeah, take a look if you wanna take a look at any of these things that I have shared in short with you guys. Here is the link to Water Crisis, a global problem. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. 1 second. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to check that out. Let me get to my page. Here we go. Okay, this is a Vice article about the water crisis in the U.S. And here's the article about the Saudi water deal in Arizona. Here you go, right here. And why they have stopped it. Here you go, right here. And here's the article about the Saudi crown prince why and he gave this money to Jared Kushner, and how Jared Kushner's firm was examined, and it was shown to have been not astute in the business that they were trying to hold. Oh, okay. One more thing. Let me screen share one more thing with you guys before I go. I found something. I had something else pinned. Here we go right here.
vital source of water for the country's agricultural sector. One of the largest wastewater treatment plants in Saudi Arabia is the Riyadh Wastewater Treatment Plant, which can treat up to 375,000 cubic meters of wastewater per day. The plant uses a combination of biological and chemical processes to remove contaminants from the wastewater, including screening, sedimentation, and biological treatment. The treated wastewater is then disinfected using ultraviolet light or chlorine to kill any remaining pathogens before being used for irrigation in agricultural areas. The reclaimed water can also be used in industries such as petrochemicals and cement production, reducing the demand for freshwater resources.
But see, United States don't reuse any of their water in these big plants that we have. We're draining our resources in our drinkable water in these plants. But see, Saudi Arabia is not doing that, but United States is doing that. And then they're also, on top of that, they're polluting our actual waters with their waste and their contaminants after they're done making their products that they're selling to us. So
Saudi Arabia has also implemented several initiatives to encourage the reuse of wastewater, such as the use of treated wastewater for landscaping and green spaces in urban areas. The country has also implemented regulations requiring certain industries, such as the food and beverage industry, to use reclaimed water for their operations. However, wastewater treatment and reuse play a crucial role in ensuring a reliable water supply in Saudi Arabia. The country.
Okay, that's it. So if if anybody has anything that they want to share on that, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna the link is pinned, and if you want to watch the rest of this thing about Saudi Arabia's water, here is the link to that. So that's all I got. Let me see what you guys are saying. Exactly. The state needs to be more upfront about the deal with Fondamite. Yes, I'll be replaying this video. I came very late. Okay, yeah, it's some a little beef sector in the beginning. I'm still alarmed at the fact that Flint water issues have not been resolved after so many years. Exactly, I agree. And like this water situation is a real thing. I have been saying, like, before I even had my channel years ago, that the next big resource is going to be water, because once the water gets depleted to such a alarming level. Also, in one of these, the water crisis is a global problem. They also are stating that under weapons of mass destruction, the water crisis is the next serious crisis facing the world. So this is like a real serious problem. It's right under weapons of mass destruction. And you'll see that in that first video, water crisis, a global problem. So once they get to that level, they will then start rationing out who's going to get the water. So where you stand in that water line? Where are you in that water line? When they can just pay off one person to $2 billion to get access to all the water in the Colorado River to take over to another country. Where you at in that water line? Because you don't have no power to do nothing for nobody. So where you at in the water line? So anyway, I'm on my soapbox today, but that's all I have. So thank you, Stacey Robertson. Thank you all for coming out, and thank you for coming out kind to me. That's all I have. Let me see. Yeah, that's all I have. Okay. We should be like Rhonda. See, Rhonda just act crazy. Okay. So Without water, there's no growth of food. Exactly. So you guys are more than welcome to peruse those articles. And it's one article, and the rest of them are videos. I try to make it palatable so that people will, just make themselves aware. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kwani. Kwani, you may want to, if you got here late, you may want to go to the beginning of the live where I discussed what I see and what you see, and what you were talking about last night on your live. You guys visit Kwani's live. Kwani did a couple of great lives last night. Let me see what you're saying. Pink Dog. Food will be made in labs. Food is already being made in labs. Yeah, So that's it. That's all I have. I appreciate you too, and I appreciate you all for coming. Please share my video. Alberry Carey, I thank you for being my mod. Anybody that I missed speaking to, My Tray for Real, Vibrant Lull, I thank you all for coming out and spending a little time with me, talking a little beef and a little serious topics with me. And I hope you guys have a great day. And that's it for me. I'm getting out of here, and I'll see you guys around the YouTube streets. All right. Have a great one.